Hello and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College news magazine to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. On our show today, we're going to be talking about the partnership between Heritage University and Columbia Basin College with Tina Perez-Colgan of Heritage. We're also going to meet the brand new Associated Student Body President at Columbia Basin College, David Ruiz, and some of the projects the ASB has planned for students this year. But first, we're going to talk to the coach, the president of Columbia Basin College, Rich Cummins. Good to have you back to start another year, Rich.
Thanks, Frank. Good to be here.
Well, it is another big year starting on September 21st, the first day of classes, and how's it shaping up?
Oh, it's looking great. You know, I always say this is the best time of year. I love September. We should exceed our enrollment targets.
Fantastic. Now, with the recession over, some of the capital projects that have been previously on the books are coming back into bowl now. And what does CBC have lined up for in the way of new facilities?
Well, we have a couple of things going on. One is you go through a 6-year process of pre-design, design, and then build, and we're finally in the last leg of that after the recession delayed it for a couple of years with our social sciences and foreign languages building. It will be on Argent up across from the Center for Career and Technical Education, and we're really excited about that. It's about 60,000 square feet of classroom and office space. We're also going to be constructing a little later in the year. We'll start building it over in Richland, the Health Science Center 2. So that's another 70,000 square foot facility for healthcare programs, along with some partnerships with Cadillac Regional Medical Center. So that's very exciting. And then finally, we did a final construction on an outdoor stage. So the Dick and Diane Hoke a family donated $250,000 to build a permanent truss with a removable awning, you know, a sail that covers the stage. So we now have a permanent stage for our summer showcase.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, when we're talking about students coming to CBC, not all students know exactly what kind of career they want to get into. What kind of guided pathways does CBC have, not only for these students, but also for students who do know what they want to do for a career?
It's a great question. We've worked for quite a while over the past 18 months or so to clarify all of our onboarding processes so it becomes easier for students to come, to register, to get advising, to get into classes. Our next piece of work is to develop what we're going to call, I hope, academies, where we will develop major pathways for students so that they won't take extra credits, won't get lost in coursework that isn't going to transfer for them to that particular degree. So a student would come in and they may not know exactly what major they have, but they may decide they want to be in a STEM area, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and after just picking the STEM pathway, then they might later decide they're going to be a biology major.
And speaking of programs and graduating, now with bachelor programs at CBC and a new one coming online, and they seem to be very successful so far as getting students through.
Oh yeah, we have great success so far with the programs that we have. We have a couple more coming online in the near future. A Bachelor of Science Nursing will be up in fall of 2016. We are currently in the approval process, but don't see any hitches in the process for a Bachelor of Applied Science in Dental Hygiene, and that will also be a 2016 start, and also a Bachelor of Applied Science in Information Technology. Additionally, we're working with our partner Heritage University on our campus, and Heritage has been at the Pasco campus for 8 or 10 years. We have a very unique agreement with them in that as a private institution they use our classrooms and you know, lights and electricity and whatnot, and in exchange for that we receive scholarship dollars for our employees. So we've had numerous, probably 30 employees receive degrees from Heritage. They currently offer about 5 or 6 bachelor's degree programs and about 6 or 7 master's degree programs on our campus. And what we want to do is to continue that into underserved areas so that we will take a look at programs with Heritage in more traditional areas that are currently underserved in our area. For example, an accounting degree, the closest place to go to get one of those is Central Washington University, but we have place-bound students in Pasco. So we want to work on an accounting degree with with heritage as well as chemistry and a couple of other areas.
Sounds like a great year and a great future coming up for
Yeah,
CBC. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Frank.
And when we come back, we'll be talking to the new Associated Student Body President right after this.
Where can you see stunning views of stars, galaxies, and other wonders of the universe? Visit the Bechtel National Planetarium at Columbia Basin College. Take a guided tour of the night sky under a spectacular dome in the Community Enrichment Foundation Theater, where you can learn about phases of the moon, planets, constellations, and other fascinating objects in deep space. Science and educational films for a variety of age groups are also displayed on the planetarium dome. Look up into the night sky. Learn more about our universe.
Welcome back. Well, it's a new year and a new Associated Student Body President at Columbia Basin College, and I'm pleased to introduce to everyone David Ruiz. David, welcome to Campus to Community.
Thank you.
First of all, to let people know a little bit about you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I recently graduated from the University of Washington with an informatics degree. I've worked in web development, software development, and I moved back to my hometown, Pasco, Washington, not too long ago, and I decided I felt like I needed to re-enroll and get some experience with cybersecurity. I heard Columbia Basin College had a cybersecurity program. I didn't know they had a bachelor's degree, and when I heard that, I decided let's enroll in that and see what happens, and so far it's turned out pretty great.
Fantastic. So why did you decide to run for ASCBC President?
Mainly because I felt like there was a need for somebody to come in from a different perspective. I came from a four-year university, and there they have a lot of career advice, career opportunities, connections with businesses, and they have that here too, but I felt like maybe there's certain programs that lack that, maybe like an art program and other programs, but computer science has a strong connection with PNL or Lockheed and certain companies within this area. I just felt like there needs to be some kind of general program for all students.
Ah, very good. What are some of the opportunities for Associated Student Body and that it provides to the students?
Well, I get to talk to the students. I also, as a student body president, I get to go to regional and community and technical colleges. I get to meet with them and hear what they're doing to solve their problems in their campuses. I think here we've always been able to reach out to our students, but maybe not to the family members of those students. And that's something I've been trying to work on for this coming year, so we could reach out to these students.
Yeah, this is kind of a pet project of yours, isn't it, of reaching more students at CBC?
Yes, because I feel like this community is strong, but it could be stronger if our members didn't leave and went out. I mean, it's great to go and pursue your dreams and your careers, but if you could pursue your dreams and bring them back to our hometown, that would also be, a great and beneficial thing for us.
Well, you've told us a little bit about your major, and this is really great for CBC, that here's somebody who's got their bachelor's degree from a highly ranked university, University of Washington, and they come back here to get another bachelor's degree. So that's great.
Yeah, well, thank you. The process was actually kind of easy. You guys have great counselors, and they kind of guided me that way.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years, maybe?
5 years, well, right now I'm working with P&L, and thanks to my manager, Don Flynn, he kind of saw a connection between cybersecurity and software development. So that's where he's placed me currently. I'm kind of working in both areas. I have a strong skill set in software development, but I need some more skill sets in cybersecurity. I get to work with both of those in 5 years. I think I'm going to continue that path. I'm going to be that connection between web application security for them.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like a great year coming up for you and for CBC with you at the helm as president, so thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
When we come back, and you heard Rich Cummins talk about it, we'll talk more about the partnership between CBC and Heritage University right after this.
I work in the project controls division, so this program is a really good fit for me for project management. It's a good package because everything that I'm learning here we also are doing in our programs and projects at work. I just think it's a great program because it's close to home, and you know, I can still work and be able to attend classes at night.
And welcome back. Well, we heard earlier about the partnership between Columbia Basin College and Heritage University. We're going to learn more about it now with the Assistant Director for Enrollment Management, Tina Perez-Colgan. And Tina, welcome to Campus to Community.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Why don't you give us an outline of how Heritage University works with CBC?
Yeah, we've actually been, we've had a partnership with them for several years. We've actually been on, we've had classes in the Tri-Cities for the last 20 years and been classes at CBC since about 2003, and we actually have our office located there on the Tri-Cities CBC campus.
Okay, and boy, you can get a 4-year degree at CBC, not leave the campus, and just
Absolutely.
transfer over to Heritage, right?
Yeah, we actually have several opportunities for students. We offer 3 bachelor's degrees. We offer a degree in social work. We offer a degree in education, which offers kindergarten through 8th grade. And we also offer a degree in criminal justice. So these are degrees that students can pursue their Associates of Arts direct transfer degree there at CBC, and then transfer right to Heritage and can continue and be done in another 2 years.
Wow. And if you wanted to stay on and get your master's?
Yes, we actually have a couple of master's degrees. We offer a master's in teaching, and we also offer a master's in education administration.
Wow. So, do you have many students, you've had it for several years, transferring from CBC to Heritage?
Yes, every year, and our numbers keep increasing. We have a really large class this year, especially for our social work and our education, and our MIT class is actually really, really big this year. What I think is actually unique about our particular institution is that we offer classes in the evening. So a lot of working professionals can take our classes in the evening, Monday through Thursday for the undergrad, and then for the master's programs, they're offered on Friday evenings and then on Saturdays and on Sundays. And all of the instructors that we have are working professionals in their area of specialization. So it's actually a really good opportunity for our students to work directly with that kind of staff and faculty. And additionally, they actually all participate in a practicum that they finish their senior year. So they get kind of firsthand experience in their field.
Fantastic. So for students who are considering a college education, well, it's not just a financial change, it's a whole life change. I mean, it really is. So what advice would you have for them?
Well, I can say, and certainly for myself, is I'm a first generation, I come from a low income background, and college has meant everything to me. In terms of, I think I really learned how to think in college. I learned how to be able to present, how to be able to come and do a segment such as this. And I think in terms of what it's done for me sort of professionally, it's going to be life-lasting. And in terms of overall, I mean, the college is one of those things that everyone should have the opportunity for. And I think that the opportunities that they have here in our own community of Columbia Basin College and then Heritage University is quite unique and something that I hope lots of students will have an expressed interest in.
Sold. So what's the process to get enrolled from CBC and Heritage?
Sure. We have a continued admission process. So we'd ask that students actually apply in about January and then can also complete the FAFSA. And I actually like to brag that about 95% of our students receive financial aid every year. And as we get closer to spring quarter, we'll have our students come in and actually register for classes. And we're on a semester system, so they'd actually start in August. Our classes started last week. And they actually go August through December, and then from January to May.
That's a lot of great information, Tina. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you for joining us. And that's Campus to Community for September. See you next month.